happening, fellas? We're back with some more Borussia Dortmund player career mode. It's been a while since I recorded one of these, to be fair, so I'm actually looking forward to today's episode. Let's have a look at the fixture before we start. We've got Bielefeld away, which we're going to be a sub for. Unfortunately, our match objectives are being so hard to hit at the minute. And we've got a huge tie with St. Gallen in the Europa League, which, honestly, lads, it's got to be a win. I'll show you the Europa League situation in a sec. We've then got Hoffenheim, Ausberg and Schalke before we go into the Bundesliga winter break. Now, we're top of the Bundesliga, boys. 13 games played, 11 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. 4 points clear at Leverkusen and Bayern Munich. If we go, though, to the UEFA Europa League, this is where the real business end is happening. Genk are already through. They're on 12 points, and they play Copenhagen in the next leg. We have got St. Gallen, who've lost every single game. Now, we are second, joint on points with Copenhagen, as you can see, and it is literally going to be decided on the final end of fixtures who goes through to the next round. And before we get into the first match of today's video, boys, I want to say thank you to everyone who watched the Rochdale AFC rebuild. I hope you do enjoy the rebuilds. The next team I'm going to be doing is Leeds United, as they are in absolute crisis at the minute. As of today recording, they've just lost to West Ham, and it looks like they are going to be relegated to the Championship, so they'll be my next rebuilding project. Anyway, back to business in the player career mode. We have got Bielefeld away. It's a game we should be winning. We're going to be a sub for today's game. Let's get into it and try and get 3 points. Now, we're coming on at 1-0 up. We're coming on for Scamacca. Scamacca actually scored. It's a game we should be winning. Let's get stuck in now. Let's just see the game out. Hopefully, we can chip in with a goal or an assist and get ourselves back in the first team for the St. Gallen game. Good interception. I think we're playing at striker as well, lads, to be fair. That's nice passing. Out wide. Oh, it's lovely. Lads, we've been on the pitch for 2 minutes. Could it be an instant goal? Oh, we've sealed the game, lads. We've literally just come on. We've been on the pitch for 4 minutes, and we've already got a goal to our name on the counter. To be fair, it's nothing really to shout about. We are playing bottom of the league, Bielefeld. But I'll take a goal, though, lads, as soon as we come on. That should help us get back into the starting 11 for the St. Gallen game. Our league form this season has been so good. It's just our performances in the Cup, so like our Europa League performance, our DFP Pokal performance, that's where we've been poor this season. So, lads, while we're in the early stages of today's video, is there any type of content people would like to see on the channel? Like, obviously, player career mode has been going on for months. I'm doing rebuilds at the minute. I'm just thinking, is there anything else people would like to see? Like maybe some player career challenges. Like, I'm thinking of doing a Dele Alli player career mode video. Hang on a second, let's get this attack over the way. Oh, score. It's going to be 3. It's 3-0, boys. We're absolutely smashing Bielefeld here. It's been far too easy. Wimmer gets the third. You know what, lads? I'm so confident I'm going to jump to the result. Let's just jump to the result. We end up winning 3-0. Absolutely no need to stay in that game, though. We've absolutely bounced them. Back in the starting 11 for the St. Gallen game. That is what we like to see. Now, it comes down to this crunch game with St. Gallen. On paper, lads, we should be beating them. They've lost every single game so far in this Europa League group, and they've only scored 5, conceded 16 goals in 5 games. They've been the whipping boys, and you'd really expect us to win at home against St. Gallen. I'm just a bit nervous, though. I just really don't want to bottle it and end up getting knocked out of the Europa League. So it is time for probably the biggest game so far at Borussia Dortmund. And the starting 11 for today's game will be Kobel in goal with Acuna, Koulibaly, Kovalenko and Paslak at the back with Oz, Camavinga, Ozcan, Wimmer and Madison in midfield as Scamacca leading the attack. Pretty concerned about how weak that back four is, but hopefully we should have enough. Really, let's go, boys. We've got home advantage. We literally just need to beat the worst team in the group. We've not even got a single point. Right, St. Gallen get us on the way. Crunch game. It's do or die for us. I really don't want to get knocked out in the group stage. We've won the ball back already. Play me in. Oh, it's going to be a great start. Oh, come on. Come on, let's see some nerves. Oh. What were I nervous for? Honestly. 3 minutes on the clock, our first attack, and we take the lead against St. Gallen, and that has definitely eased some nerves. These are the whipping boys of the group, lads. I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest. We get past the defender, smash the ball past the goalkeeper. I would really like us to win at least the European Cup in this career mode. Obviously, we've been pretty poor in the Champions League so far. Obviously, the AC Milan spell, we were getting put in the net, so there was nothing I could really do. This is our first proper European campaign. Oh, have I done that? Could be 2. Oh, it's 2-0. Too easy. James Madison makes it 2. Played into Madison all the time. Oh, keeper's an absolute howler there from the St. Gallen goalkeeper. So, lads, I'm thinking, as things stand, there's no way St. Gallen are scoring 2 against us. They're not good enough. We are through now. So they do, oh, hang on a sec. Hang on a sec. I need to be quiet here. Because they're actually looking pretty good. Oh, that's a good tackle. One smacker. Oh, that's lovely. Should be free. Oh, that's a good save. To be fair, that's actually a really good save. So half an hour in, boys. It's just how you would imagine it. It's all Dortmund. St. Gallen haven't even really got at their own half. That's a great ball, you know. Best CEO could be in for St. Gallen. I've been really slagging them up as well. Shit. No. Free effort. Ah, Cabell. Bails out a bit there. Whipped in. Get it out, lads. It. That's two pretty decent chances there for St. Gallen. They probably should have got back into this game. I'm still confident that 2-0 this game's won though, lads. To Schalke. Blake Madison. Good ball. Tipped across. That's free. Oh, what a goal. That is such a good team goal, lads. Wimmer makes it free. That's game over, lads. We're through to the knockout stages of the Europa League. Why was we nervous for this fixture, lads? We've dominated it. And you have to feel for St. Gallen, lads. It's going to be 6 games played in the Europa League. 6 defeats. Lovely ball out wide to us. Great touch. Get into the box. Dink it across. There's Wimmer. Glancing header. 3-0. Madison. Schalke. And it's half-time, lads. 3-0 up. Excellent first half. St. Gallen have offered a little bit of a threat, but it looks like we are steamrolling into the Europa League knockout stages. I've just thought as well, if Copenhagen beat Genk, you'll have us, Copenhagen and Genk all on 12 points. Lads, I'm going to let it get to 70th minute, then I might just request sub. It looks like this game is definitely done. We've got 3 games in a week coming up. Hang on a sec, though. Nice. Oh, free kick to St. Gallen in a good position. Yeah, I think I'm going to request sub around 70 minutes because we've got 3 Bundesliga games coming up in a week, and I really don't want to be too fatigued going into them fixtures. Let's see if St. Gallen can score here, though. Oh, my God. Wow, that is a terrible free kick. Sums up St. Gallen's campaign in the Europa League, to be fair. So, lads, we are going to get subbed out now. We're on a 9.4 match rating. It's 3-0 to Dortmund. We've definitely won the game. We're definitely into the knockouts. Let's see who went through it at Copenhagen and Genk. Looking through here, Copenhagen actually beat Genk as well. So, we qualify in 2nd place, but just look at how tight that group is. Genk, us, and Copenhagen all finishing on 12 points. Our goal difference was so superior to everyone else's, though. St. Gallen, 6 games played, 6 losses. That's pretty pathetic, to be honest. But no, we're back to Bundesliga action, and we're playing against Hoffenheim, who have been terrible this season. Hoffenheim sits 17th in the Bundesliga on 10 points from 14 games. The Dortmund team for today's game, lads, will be Cabell in goal with Acuna, Simakan, Koulibaly and Pasak at the back. Us, Kamavinga, Emre Can, Wimmer and Madison in midfield with Schalke leading the attack. We're back at the Signal Iduna Park now, boys. We've got Hoffenheim at home, who are in terrible form, as we've already discussed. That's nice. Well, Schalke, oh, what a start, but oh my God. Lads, that was such a good goal. We're so good in the league, honestly. It's why I can't get rid of why we've been so poor in the cups this season when we're so good at home in the league. Wimmer, Madison, Schalke, one-touch football. It's past the keeper. It's 1-0 to Dortmund, boys. Again, Hoffenheim are on 10 points. You'd expect us to be winning this game. Madison, Schalke. Oh, what a goal, but lads, we've scored 2 unbelievable team goals in this game. We're just running away with the Bundesliga. Admittedly, our run of fixtures is quite easy at the minute. But look at this Schalke first time pass. Stunning pass from Schalke, and let's just admire this volley, lads, into the top bins. Look at this. Bang. Top corner. Save that if you can, lad. Now, you might not already know, boys, but Hoffenheim have actually beat us once this season in the Pokal. If we get back into position, we're very, very far out of our position. Lovely, but oh no, go on, so I can deal with it. He does. What a guy. Oh, what a save. And Hoffenheim have already made a change in the 40th minute. They brought Joe Gallen on. As you know, boys, I have flirted with ultimate difficulty a few times, but the content this isn't good enough on my behalf. Every game's constantly 0-0 or 1-0. I think for the next 2 games, I'm going to have the game on ultimate again. The C, hang on a sec. I'll finish that in a sec, but Joe Gallert's in, and he's beautifully dispossessed. That's half-time, lads. It's 2-0 to Dortmund. It's been plain sailing again. What more can I say? One thing I will say, though, is we're not meeting any of our match objectives. It's so difficult at the minute to meet these match objectives. It's nice from Hoffenheim, you know. They've started the second half quite well. But what a tackle. It's nice from Hoffenheim, you know. They could score here. Wow, that's a big save from Cabell. Really big save. Oh, lovely. We're past our last man. Get the third. Oh, what a save. Jesus. There's your third goal, lads. Wimmer has been on fire this season. It's 3-0. That's going to be game over as well, isn't it? Pass from Madison into Wimmer, and he just plants it past the goalkeeper, never being saved. It's 3-0, lads. I think with the 3 games in 1 week, we'll request sub. We've done our part. We've got a goal. 7.7 match rating, a goal, We've been really, really good today. We end up winning 4-0. Madison will go, look at the match stats again, lads. Gonna have the ultimate next game, innit? And we go into this game, lads. We have got 4 skill points to spend. Now, where am I looking at spending these? Yeah, 2 on strength, because I feel like we're actually quite... I feel like we get pushed off the ball quite easily. And then I might just put one in passing somewhere, maybe another one into long passing. I'm happy with them. So strength and long passing being the main areas where we've improved. Now, we've got Ausberg and Schalke in the next 2 games. Ausberg are another team near the relegation zone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simulate this one against Ausberg. Then we'll play the last game of today's episode at home. And we beat Ausberg 2-0. James Madison and Paslak getting on the score sheet. And we go into the final game of today's video and the final game before the winter break with a game against Schalke at Signal Iduna Park. The Dortmund team for today's game, boys, will be Kobel in goal with Acuna, Simakan, Emre Can and Paslak at the back. Us, Kamavinga, Ozcan and Wimmer in midfield with Pellegrini behind Gianluigi Scamacca. So the last game before the winter break, boys, it's at Signal Iduna Park. It's a derby as well. Dortmund versus Schalke, a massive, massive derby. Obviously, we've been absolutely incredible in the league this season, and what better way to sign off for the winter break by beating our rivals Schalke at home in front of the yellow wall. So Schalke get us on the way. It's derby day at Signal Iduna Park. We've not lost since the 2nd game of the season, so just imagine if I lost today is to Schalke, our fans would be rioting. We are due a loss in the league, to be fair, the way I see it. Obviously, 3 games in a week, I'm hoping that's not going to take its toll on us. Doomby into Leroy Sané. That's well cut out. Well done. Oh, he's given it away, Simakan. Don't concede. Don't concede. Remember, the guys, this game is on ultimate. I have put the difficulty up for this game. Oh, I won that ball back there. Chance. Oh, 1-0 up. That was beautiful football. And I think it's Wimmer who scored. That was an absolutely lovely team goal, boys. It's 1-0 to Dortmund in the derby. Let's look at this football. Kamavinga wins it back high. Scamacca plays into Pellegrini. Back to... Wow, it's lovely. I can't even keep up with who the ball we're getting past to. Wimmer plants it into the bottom corner. 1-0 to Dortmund in the derby. And a pretty decent start to our life back on ultimate difficulty. I will say Schalke are really threatening in this game. Oh, I've been done. I've been sent to shop. Good ball. Oh, big head. Come on. Past 2 men. Into Scamacca. Should be 2. Oh. What a goal. It's Pellegrini. Lads, we have been so good in the league this season. Lovely bit of dribbling into Scamacca. Oh, look at that for a finish from Pellegrini. Wow. Pellegrini. Scamacca. Oh, it's blocked. And it's going to be saved by the goalkeeper. And that's half time, boys. 2-0 up in the derby. We are absolutely flying at the minute. Oh, Schalke are in, lads. Navarro. Oh, he's wasted it. He was in 1-on-1. Why has he not had a shot? Why has Navarro not had a shot there? This is pretty good sustained pressure from Schalke. Oh, I've got it away. Nice. Oh, I'll give the ball away in a bad position. Look at that. Look at that. Lads, we're 65 minutes in. Schalke have been a lot better in the second half, but I do feel like it's game over. Oh, come on. That would have been so good. What a save that is. So, I'm going to say now, with 15 to go, a very successful derby. We've been the better side by far. We've missed again. How many chances are we going to miss in this game? 85 on the clock, lads. Just literally waiting for this game to end. It's been a very boring second half. We're into added time, lads. Got a full time whistle's going to go. There's full time, lads. 2-0 win against Schalke. We've been so good again in today's episode. And we sign off for the winter break with a 2-0 victory over our local rivals. We finished today's game with a 7.3 match, and we didn't really play the best, but we got the win. That's all that matters. Match winning performance coming from Luke Pellegrini. We've again failed our match objectives though, lads, and we're probably going to be a sub coming back after the winter break. Honestly, we could not really ask for a better start to life in the Bundesliga. We are 4 points clear at the top of the Bundesliga. We're massively clear of Leipzig. I think that's like 13 points clear. We've played 17, won 15, drawn 1, lost 1. We are going to be staying on ultimate though after the winter break for the rest of the season. Obviously, I understand it has been quite easy on Legendary. We've got a very, very tasty draw in the Europa League. We've been drawn to Sporting Lisbon over 2 legs. That should be an excellent fixture. I look forward to playing in that. If you enjoyed this video, boys, please make sure you're leaving a like and subscribing to the channel as it really lets me out. And keep your eyes out for a Leeds United rebuild on the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.